So if you have too much chaos, everything starts to break down. But if you have too much order, everything starts to slow down. Being part of a high-performance organization or a team is just an amazing experience. You're excited about your day, and the rewards are plentiful, right? The pride, the fulfillment, and if you're in an organization that's high performance, typically that comes with some pretty nice monetary benefits as well. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build the foundation for that high performance organization. If this is the kind of thing that you want to see in more YouTube videos, hit that like and subscribe button below to let me know that I'm giving you what you need. Now, you may be wondering, who is this guy and what makes him qualified to tell me how to build a high performance organization? Well, I've helped thousands of people boost their levels of performance. So I'll just give you a few examples of some of the organizations I've worked with. The first time I'd ever done this, I helped 2 teams boost their performance over 500% in less than 6 months. I worked on a major government transformation at the enterprise level where we increased performance, again, over 500%. I helped a nonprofit boost their volunteer engagement 3x in 2 months. And the last example I'll give you is I helped a startup increase their performance 300% in just 3 weeks. I've worked with everything from startups and single individuals all the way up to organizations and transformation efforts of over 10,000 people. I noticed that some organizations would get to high performance rather quickly and some would take a lot longer. And I started paying attention to why. What is the difference between that organization that takes a long time to boost their performance and that organization that can get there really fast? I ended up building this model, and we can just throw that up on the screen. Bing! Right? I love the magic of movies. So in this model, there's really 2 elements that build the foundation for high performance organization. Now the first one is people. You've just got to have good people in order to build a great company. It's just that simple. But we're not going to talk about that in this video because I built another video all around hiring for high performance. And you can check that out in the description below. The second piece of building the foundation for high performance is the vision and mission. And this is so critical for a number of reasons. And I know it sounds cliche, you've probably heard this before, but here's the thing. If everybody knows that the vision and mission is so important to building a great organization, then how come so many organizations lack them all together, and many of the organizations that do have them don't really have them set up to build that high performance organization? In all the different business books I've read and all the seminars, you hear people talk about so much about that you have to have this vision, you have to have this target, but people don't really tell you why it's so important. They don't explain it in a way that really drives it home. So I'm gonna start off by giving you that explanation. And then I'm gonna give you a few tips on how to actually create these vision and missions that will lead you to a high performance organization. So the vision and mission, what it does is it starts to align everybody moving in the same direction. There is an infinite amount of possible directions to go, right? We can go this way, we can go that way, we can go up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards, any which direction. Now, when you put people in an organization, the whole point of an organization is to have people working together towards some common mission or vision. By setting that clear target, you can get everybody aligned and moving in that same direction. And what that does is it starts to let you get more things like empowerment, innovation, and quality, and speed, and all these great things. So a great example is I've worked at numerous software organizations, and one department will be responsible for the quality of the product, and another department will be responsible for the speed at which it's delivered, and another department is responsible for how maintainable that is. And what happens is those goals come into conflict, right? Each department has a separate objective, and they start butting heads. It creates politics. It starts to slow things down. Then you tell people, well, go make decisions. Well, make decisions towards what? You know, if I make a decision, I'm afraid that somebody else is going to get mad at me. Now, if that decision, let's take Elon Musk as a great example. I want to put people on Mars. Wow, everybody knows what that is. And it's not even to say, let's go explore space. You explore space, well, some people may build telescopes, and some people may build, robots, and some people may build spaceships, and who knows if they come together or not. But if you say, look, we need to colonize Mars, 20 years, whatever, we want to put a colony of people on Mars. How do we do it? And you say, oh, well, we need this, we need that, we need this other thing. And then they all start to come together. And you know that each piece has to be balanced. When you have that good vision and mission, you start to pull everybody together in the same direction. Again, it lets you have empowerment. So if you have too much chaos, everything starts to break down. But if you have too much order, everything starts to slow down. Right? Think of it, the government. The government has a form for everything and a process for everything, and everything takes forever. But then there's a lot of organizations out there that have no processes, and orders get missed, and things are late, and all that. So what you need to do is actually find that middle. You need to find this line somewhere between order and chaos. And there's a whole theory around this called chaos theory. I'm sure you want to know, how do I start to achieve high performance? Before we get into the 3 tips, I have a quick ask, and that is, please let me know, what do you want to see content on? Now, my 2 main topic areas are going to be high performance organizations and personal fulfillment. Go in the comments below and let me know what content you'd like to see, because I'm here to give you what you need to build your high performance organization. So, on to the 3 tips. Number 1, your goal that you give people should be challenging but not impossible. There's a great example of that in this article called The New Product Development Game that was in the Harvard Business Review. And if you're familiar with Agile or Scrum, then you probably know that that article was actually one of the things that spawned the whole framework of Scrum that has completely dominated the software industry and starting to spread into so many other industries. In that article, they gave examples of what made high-performance organizations, and they made a list. And one of those things was that you give your people a target that's challenging but attainable. And so Xerox told their people, we want you to build a new copier that's twice as fast in 2 years for the same price. Wow, that's pretty challenging. Think about how good people would feel when they achieved that, right? When they actually did it. And by the way, they actually achieved that. So, again, step 1, create challenging but attainable goals. So I actually put together this little graph to show you that on the bottom of the graph, if you give people a really simple task, it's just not motivating. In fact, it's demotivating, because you're undervaluing that person by not giving them a high enough challenge. When you tell people, hey, I want you to achieve this really low bar, it says that's all I think you're capable of. It shows them that you don't believe in them, right? Now, if you set something that's too high, so let's say Elon Musk said, I want to populate Mars next month. Holy crap, nobody's gonna go into that. It's not even possible. There's 0 chance. That will also be demotivating. But the curve, it goes up and it's basically tangential, right? It hits this point and then it just drops off. It's like a cliff, right? The higher you get on this curve, it's good until you hit that cliff. So your goal as the owner or the person that is developing this for people is to create that objective, to create that vision and mission that are as challenging as possible without being impossible. And then back down a little bit just to give yourself a little bit of buffer. Objective number 2 is that your goals need to be crystal clear. Your vision, your mission have to be crystal clear. And let me explain that a little bit. So let's say you said to your friends, hey, let's all go somewhere. And they go, yeah, let's all go somewhere. What's gonna happen? Hey, let's all go on a vacation. Yeah, let's all do it. It's a great idea. What happens? Nothing. Nobody plans it. Somebody's got to take charge and say, hey, let's all go to Costa Rica next month, and here's where we'll stay. Awesome. How are we going to get there? I don't know. They can figure out how to get there. You just say, look, you need to be at the hotel on Tuesday the 25th, and we're going to stay for a week. Boom. That's what we're going to do. It's crystal clear. Action is going to happen. When it's not crystal clear, action will not happen. If you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, he pounds on this point over and over. Clarity results in action. When something is unclear, it results in procrastination or inaction. Tip number 3 for building a vision and mission that's going to lead you to a high-performance organization. And I might get a little bit of flack on this one, but I'm going to throw it out there. It's not about the money. Now, I'm not saying that you should not have money goals. In fact, you should have money goals, especially in certain parts of your organization. They can be a great tool. But if you're the owner of the company, or let's say I'm the owner of the company, and I say to you, hey, I want to build $1 billion business. And there's 500 employees, 5,000 employees, whatever. I want you all to go build me $1 billion business. And you're gonna go, well, why do I care about building you $1 billion business? What does that do for me? What does that do for anybody else? It just makes you a lot of money. Why do I want to make you a lot of money? Well, there may be reasons, right? But having that as your top level objective is generally not the right way to go. Instead, let's say this. Let's say we said, hey, let's go cure cancer. Now, how much motivation could you get out of people with let's go cure cancer versus, hey, go make me $1 billion? Who cares about making me $1 billion? Nobody. So if it's not about money, what is it about? Well, the biggest thing that you can pick up, if you can find a way to do it, is some sort of social mission, right? Let's go cure cancer. Let's build homes for the homeless. Let's end poverty, right? Those kind of things can drive massive action. In fact, people do those things for free all the time without getting paid. So, and they'll even donate their own money to those kind of causes. So if you can organize your organization around some sort of social mission, that's great. The next best thing is to say, do something that is going to be obviously good for the company as a whole and not around you personally. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us. For instance, YouTube set an objective for their people to have 1 billion hours of views per day. Now that's cool, that's something people can get behind because they can say, wow, if we get 1 billion hours per day, that's probably going to do something good for me. It's going to be challenging, it's going to be motivating, it's going to be up there on that challenge bar. It wasn't easy, and they said it, by the way, for 4 years when they did that. It gave everybody a really clear direction about where to go, and they ended up hitting it. So again, it's not about the money, it's not about me, it's not about it's not about you, right? It's about us. It's about doing something. It's about challenge. It's about overcoming some sort of challenge. So if you like this content, if you found it useful, go ahead and click those like and subscribe buttons below. You can also check out other YouTube videos that we've already got posted. And if you have specific questions, go ahead and post those in the comments and I will get back to you with some answers on those. If you have a question that you're not comfortable posting in the comments, you can go to our website and check out our contact information and go ahead and send us a direct email or give us a call. Thanks for watching.